Good morning to all of my students. Myself, Mr. Dibyendu Mondal, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering Department of Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management under JIS Group. In this pandemic situation, I am delivering my lecture through online mode and my video is uploaded in YouTube. Good morning, students. Today, I am discussing about torsion of shafts and spring. Torsion, actually a shaft is said to be in torsion when equal and opposite torques are applied at the two ends of the shaft. The torque is equal to the product of the force applied and the radius of the shaft. Due to the application of the torques at the two ends, the shaft is subjected to a twisting moment. This causes the shear stresses and shear strain in the material of the shaft. Derivation of shear stress produced in a circular shaft. When a circular shaft is subjected to torsion, shear stresses are set up in the material of the shaft. To determine the magnitude of shear stress at any point on the shaft, consider a shaft fixed at one end and free at end BB. One end AA and another one end BB as shown in figure. Let CD is any line on the outer surface of the shaft. Now let the shaft is subjected to a torque T at the end BB as shown in figure. As a result of this torque T, the shaft at the end BB will rotate clockwise and every cross section of the shaft will be subjected to shear stresses. The point D will shift to D prime. Hence, CD line will be deflected to CD prime as shown in figure. Okay, this one lower figure, this one is shown. Okay, now in this figure, actually R is the radius of the shaft, L is the length of the shaft, and T is the torque applied at the end BB. And tau is the shear stress induced at the surface of the shaft due to torque T. And C is the modulus of rigidity of the material of the shaft. Now, if you follow the diagram, is a CD shift to CD prime. Phi, that is the angle DC prime, also equal to shear strain. And theta, that is equal to angle DO prime and is also called the angle of twist. Okay, and L is the length. So now distortion at the outer surface due to torque T D prime, shear strain at outer surface, distortion per unit length. তাহলে distortion at the outer surface divided by length of the shaft. তাহলে D prime by L, D prime by CD, that is equal to tan phi. Phi. So shear strain at outer surface phi is equal to D prime by L. Okay. তাহলে D prime, that is equal to OD into theta, that is equal to R into theta. Substituting the value D prime, phi is equal to R into theta divided by L. So now the modulus of rigidity of the material of the shaft is given as C is equal to shear stress induced divided by shear stress produced. Shear stress, actually shear stress at the outer surface divided by shear strain at the outer surface. So here tau by r theta divided by L. So tau into L by r theta. Therefore C theta, C, that is the modulus of rigidity, into theta divided by L, that is equal to tau by r. Okay. Now tau is equal to r into C into theta divided by L. Now for a given shaft subjected to a given torque, tau. Okay, tau, here the shear stress is proportional to the radius. Tau is proportional to the capital R. So Q is the shear stress induced at radius small r from the center of the shaft. Then tau by capital R equal to Q by R. So tau by capital R, that is equal to C theta by L. Tau by R is equal to C theta by L equal to Q by R. Okay, it is clear that shear stress at any point in the shaft is proportional to the distance of the point from the axis of the shaft. Hence, the shear stress is maximum at the outer surface and shear stress is zero at the axis of the shaft. Assumptions made in the derivation of shear stress produced in a circular shaft subjected to torsion. When you derive the governing equation of torsion, you have to remember, you have to assume all these assumptions. The material of the shaft is uniform throughout. The twist along the shaft is uniform. The shaft is of uniform circular section throughout. Cross section of the shaft, which are plane before twist, remain plane after twist. All radii which are straight before twist remain straight after twist. The first one, the material of the shaft is uniform throughout. The twist along the shaft is uniform. The shaft is of uniform circular section throughout. Cross section of the shaft, which are plane before twist, remain plane after twist. All radii which are straight before twist remain straight after twist. So maximum torque transmitted by the circular solid shaft. Maximum torque transmitted by the circular solid shaft. First one, the maximum torque, actually tau, that is the maximum shear stress induced at the outer surface. R is the radius of the shaft and Q is the shear stress at radius R from the center. Okay. Consider an elementary circular ring of thickness dr at a distance r from the center as shown in figure. So dA, that is equal to 2 pi r dr. From equation we have tau by capital R, that is equal to Q by R. Shear stress at the radius R, so Q equal to tau by capital R into R. So tau into small r by capital R. Okay, the shear stress at the radius Q is equal to tau into capital R into small r. So tau into R, small r by capital R. Now, turning force of the elementary circular ring. Shear stress acting on the ring into area of the ring, that is equal to Q into dA. So tau into small r by capital R into 2 pi r dr. Tau by capital R into 2 pi r square dr. Now, turning moment due to the turning force of the elementary ring dt, that is equal to turning force on the ring into distance of the ring from the axis. So tau by r capital R into 2 pi r square into dr into r. So tau by capital R into 2 pi r cube dr. From here, the total turning moment or the total torque is obtained by integrating the above equation between the limits O to O and R. Capital T is equal to 0 to R dt. That is equal to 0 to capital R tau by R into 2 pi r cube dr. Tau by capital R into 2 pi 0 to capital R r cube dr. So tau by capital R into 2 pi r to the power 4 by 4. So here tau by a capital R into 2 pi into r to the power 4 by 4. So that is equal to tau into pi by 2 into r cube. So tau into pi by 2 into d by 2 এর whole cube. So tau into pi by 2 into d cube by 8. So that is equal to tau into pi d cube by 16, pi tau d cube by 16. A solid shaft 150 mm diameter is used to transmit the maximum torque transmitted by the shaft. If the maximum shear stress induced to the shaft is 45 Newton per millimeter square. The solid shaft 150 mm diameter is used to transmit torque. Find the maximum torque transmitted by the shaft if the maximum shear stress induced to the shaft is 45 Newton per millimeter square. Actually, diameter of the shaft D is equal to 150 mm. Maximum shear stress tau is equal to 45 Newton per millimeter square. T is equal to maximum force transmitted by the shaft. Using equation, তাহলে T equal to pi by 16 into tau into d cube. তাহলে pi by 16 into 45 into 150 cube. Okay, so that is equal to 29820.586 Newton millimeter. 29820.586 Newton millimeter. The shearing stress is a solid shaft is not exceed 40 Newton per millimeter square when torque transmitted is 20,000 Newton meter. Determine the minimum diameter of the shaft. Okay, here the shearing stress is actually shearing stress that is equal to 40 Newton per millimeter square when the torque transmitted that is equal to 20,000 Newton meter. Determine the minimum diameter of the shaft. Here the maximum shear stress tau is equal to 40 Newton per millimeter square. Torque transmitted capital T that is equal to 20,000 Newton meter. So that is equal to 20,000 into 10 cube Newton millimeter. D is equal to minimum diameter of the shaft in millimeter. Okay, minimum diameter of the shaft in millimeter. So T is equal to pi by 16 into tau d cube. Okay, so capital D that is equal to 16t by pi tau whole to the power 1/3. So 16 into 20,000 into 10 cube divided by pi into 40. So that is equal to 136.2 millimeter. Okay, torque transmitted by a hollow circular shaft. Torque transmitted by a hollow circular shaft. Actually, torque transmitted by a hollow circular shaft is obtained in the same way as for a solid shaft. Consider a hollow shaft. Let it is subjected to a torque T as shown in figure. Take an elementary circular ring of thickness dr at a distance r from the center as shown in figure. Capital R0 that is the outer radius of the shaft. Capital Ri that is the inner radius of the shaft. Small r is equal to radius of the elementary circular ring. Dr is equal to thickness of the ring. Tau is equal to maximum shear stress induced at outer surface of the shaft. Q is equal to shear stress induced on the elementary ring. dA that is equal to area of the elementary circular ring
that is equal to 2 pi r into dr. Shear stress at the elementary ring is obtained from equation tau by r0 equal to q by r. So q is equal to tau into r0 into r. So turning force on the ring, that is equal to stress into area equal to q into dA. So that is equal to tau into r0, tau by r0 into r into 2 pi r dr. So 2 pi into tau by r0 into r square. Therefore, turning moment on the ring dt is equal to turning force, okay, turning force and distance of the ring of the center. Dt, that is equal to 2 pi tau r0 r square dr into r. So that is equal to 2 pi tau r0 by into r cube dr. Therefore, the total turning moment or the torque is obtained by integrating the above equation between limits Ri and R0. So T is equal to R0 integration Ri to R0 dt equal to Ri to R0 integration 2 pi tau into R0. So 2 pi tau by R0 integration R0 Ri to R0 R cube dr. Here tau and R0 are constant and can be taken outside the integral. Now when you solve, actually 2 pi tau by r0 r to the power 4 by 4 ri to r0 equal to 2 pi tau by r0 to the power 4 minus ri to the power 4 by 4 pi by 2 into tau r0 to the power 4 minus ri to the power 4 divided by r0. So d0, that is the outer diameter of the shaft, di, that is the inner diameter of the shaft, r0 equal to d0 by 2 and ri is equal to di by 2. So substituting the value r0 and ri in equation, t is equal to pi by 2 into tau d0 by 2 whole to the power 4 minus di by 2 whole to the power 4 divided by d0 by 2. Actually d0, that is the outer diameter of the shaft, di, that is the inner diameter of the shaft. So r0 equal to d0 by 2 and ri is equal to di by 2. So that is equal to pi by 2 into tau. If you simplify the equation, L2 to the power 4, so that is equal to 16. So d0 to the power 4 by 16 minus di to the power 4 over 16. So after calculating, d0 to the power 4 minus di to the power 4 by 16 into 2 by d0. Okay, so final expression pi by 16 tau d0 to the power 4 minus di to the power 4 by d0. Okay, that is the final expression. Next one is the power transmitted by the shaft. Once the expression for torque T for a solid or a hollow shaft is obtained, power transmitted by the shaft can be determined. Actually capital N, that is the RPM of the shaft, RPM, rotation per minute. Okay, T, capital T, mean torque or transmitted in Newton meter. Omega, that is equal to angular speed of the shaft. Power, that is equal to 2 pi nt star by 60 watt. Actually power, that is the rate of doing work, that is equal to omega into T. So that is equal to T into omega. Okay, actually power work done per time 2 pi n by 60, so that is equal to omega. Okay, this is the expression of power transmission of the shaft. তাহলে T, that is the torque, omega, that is the angular speed of the shaft, and power 2 pi n t star by 60. So that is equal to power is equal to omega into T or T into omega. Okay, so that is the power transmission of the shaft. Okay.
Last, if you like my video, you have to subscribe. Okay, thank you.